Welcome back. Evergy has received many customer reports in recent days of individuals placing phone calls to customers claiming to be Evergy representatives. Joining us tonight is Andrew Baker of Evergy. Mr. Baker, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Tell us what your number one concern is this summer.
Yeah, our number one concern always is customer safety. We want to make sure that our customers are in safe hands as well as our employees. And right now we're seeing really an increase in scam attempts. We've seen ebbs and flows of these attempts with customers throughout the pandemic. But typically when we see rising temperatures like we're seeing right now, when we saw cooler weather back in February, we saw it then. But as air conditioning becomes really, really a huge benefit and a premium, that's where you see scam attempts really increase, and that's what we're seeing now from our customers.
And what can customers do if they do receive a phone call that they're suspicious about?
Yeah, typically right now what we're seeing is customer reports from individuals that are placing phone calls to customers claiming to be Evergy representatives. They're asking customers for immediate payment to avoid service disconnection. Now I want to stress that for past due accounts, calls from Evergy requesting payment are never made the same day as the disconnection. So that's important to remember. For customers, if you feel any indication that something is suspicious, something just doesn't feel right, always be safe rather than sorry. And what you can do is reach out to our customer contact center and verify with them the status of your account. You can also reach out to Evergy.com and look at your account there. For Evergy Missouri service areas and Evergy Kansas Metro, they can reach out to our customer service toll free at 1-888-471-5275. Kansas Central customers may call 1-800-383-1183. Again, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Reach out to our customer contact center, verify your account status, and make sure what you're hearing on the other end of the phone is what you heard previous.
Well, just real quick, what do people need to hear on the other end of the line to make sure they know it's an Evergy representative?
Make sure that you want to know that, like I said earlier, if they're requesting immediate payment within 30 minutes or they're going to disconnect you, that's suspicion number one. Like I said, we're not as a company going to request payment the same day as the disconnection. So if you're hearing that, that's your first sign that what you're being told is inaccurate.
And do they go ahead and identify themselves with a number, or is there some way to identify exactly who is calling you in that way?
It's always very suspicious. They're going to represent themselves as an Evergy employee. As we talked a little bit earlier, it can even go as far along the lines now as phony caller ID. You get a phone call in your house, it'll say Evergy on the phone, but who you're talking to is not a representative of the company. So like I mentioned earlier, always be safe and reach out to us personally or check your status online and make sure that that's correct.
Mr. Baker, thanks for being with us tonight. I hope this really helps people who are out there getting weird phone calls. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.